Alright, hey guys, welcome to my Poochy and Yoshi's Woolly World speedrun here at the UKSG overnight block. I'll be running any % classic mode today, and I've got my good friend Blastermac with me.
Hi everyone, I'm Blastermag and I know things about the game, I guess, so I'll be along for the ride.
We'll be along for this very cozy, vibey ride. This 2.5 hours of Yoshi. I'm really excited to show off this game because it doesn't really get as much love nowadays as it deserves. Gonna enter Fall 1. As you might have noticed, there's actually... Well, I guess I'll just explain it once we get into the run, but this Yoshi Theater option is actually really important to this run, because you can actually go in there and grind beats, which is the in-game currency, before the run actually starts. So that's actually the big thing that differentiates this version of the game, which is the 3DS version with the Wii U version, is that you can start with basically as much money as you want. We'll be playing classic mode. And let me set my controls and we'll get this run started. We'll be doing B-style and hasty controls, because it feels fast. Alright, gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, good luck, buddy.
Thank you. What is a marathon run without a 3, 2, 1 countdown? So, this is actually the fastest version for this category. I'm currently the only one who runs it. And I'll get into why later, perhaps.
We could get a free world record, is what you're saying here.
Yes, if I beat my PB, that is world record. One thing that is actually slower about this version is the fact that we can't skip this intro cutscene, which is strange that you can't skip it anymore in this version, but you could before. So, but despite that, this version is still faster. And I'd say it's quite underrated, especially if you're not a fan of RNG in your games. Yeah. So, start this game. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really remember, but it's something about Kavik stealing the Yarn Yoshis. And as we're chasing Kamek down, they'll be dropping some of the Yarn Yoshis in the levels. They're kind of like collectibles. We can rescue them. We won't, because we're running any % classic mode. Classic mode is basically like the game's normal difficulty. Yeah, as you can see here, Kamek will be dropping some of the Yarn Yoshi pieces. And you're supposed to stitch them back together. We won't. We won't.
So we're not saving the animals, is what you're saying.
No. Alright, here we meet the Poochy pups. We won't be seeing them because they're only really relevant in mellow mode. They're basically like three like eggs that kind of function as boomerangs in this game. They're kind of cool, but you don't get them in classic mode, which is what we're playing. In mellow mode, you also have wings. Sorry, what'd you say?
They were looking so cute.
Yeah.
It's a shame we don't get to see them anymore then.
Yeah, we don't really get to see them anymore, but we get to see a lot of Yoshi. And speaking of cute, this game is entirely made out of yarn and wool, and it really is a woolly world. And even on the 3DS, it looks incredible, I feel. This is one of the better looking 3DS games, I feel. Probably because it's a Wii U game, but... Alright, here we're gonna do a little trick. If you are holding a yarn ball and you're flittering backwards, you get a tiny speed boost for some reason with each flutter. We're actually skipping a bunch of stuff that's like underneath us right now. There we go, and that's basically the first level. Really, really, really quick. The levels definitely get longer. So usually you're supposed to shoot a bunch of like hidden clouds, which will reveal more of the level, but we can just kind of flutter over all of that. So here we unlock the worst batch in the game, because it is the batch that makes people not run this category. So when you're playing mellow mode, you have a level skip batch, so you can just turn in some of your in-game currency, the beads, to just skip an entire level. Which means that true any % for this game is it's less than 20 minutes long, and all you do is you play the first and last level, and then you just skip everything else. Like, I think like a good 15 minutes of that run is just menuing to skip the levels. It is silly. So I'm glad that today we'll be showing, we'll be playing classic mode. Also, shoutouts to the music. This game's music is incredible. Here we got our first Yoshi transformation. These are kind of like little mini games where you're timed and you have to get through the level or the segment as fast as you can. Oh, didn't mean to hit that track. I want that. Yeah, as mentioned before at the start of the run, we basically have as many beats as we want at the start of the game in this version because of the Yoshi Theater, which is allowed for this version because that kind of makes this different from the Wii U version. So that means that whatever batch we want at whatever moment, we can basically afford it. So it kind of means that like we'll be seeing some different strats from the Wii U version as well. And the level skip batch that I mentioned earlier, we cannot use it because we are in classic mode, and it's only available in, well, mellow mode, which is what we're not using today.
So are you locked in for using just one badge per level, or how does the mechanic work?
So at the start of each level, you can you can select one. Right now, we're actually going to use the Big Yarn badge, which we'll get into exactly what that does in a moment. But you can get it at the start of. You can get badges at the start of each level, but you can also do it in mid-level. So there's actually some levels later on where we will be doing that because there's certain badges that might be faster in certain segments. Later on in the run, there's actually a badge that makes you run faster. And once we unlock that, we'll be using that constantly, which is something you cannot do in the Wii U version because you just cannot afford it. So that is like a big example of what makes this run different. Also, this cave is made out of sponge, and here's the big yarn balls. The reason we get big yarn balls here is because they get rid of a lot more sponge. And there's a lot of sponge that's going to be in our way. Oh. Ah, I meant to skip that checkpoint. Typically saves a bunch of time. Well, it typically saves a little bit of time, but because this is a marathon run, I'll definitely be getting a lot more checkpoints than I might need on like a PB run. Marathon safety. Oh, there we go. And that's basically the end of this level already. I mistimed that jump. Yeah, you don't want to get eaten by piranha plants because they straight up like eat you, and you don't just get hit and get a little bit of knockback. There's like this whole animation where you're like in their mouth and they chew on you and then spit you back out, and then you get the knockback. It's it's a whole thing. All right, this is the first fort level of the game. Every 4th and 8th level is like a fortress that will have a boss or a mini boss at the end.
So in that sense, it feels very Super Mario Brothers inspired with the fortress levels and all that.
This game really follows the like the Yoshi's Island structure, I'd say, like pretty well. It really is just Yoshi's Island, but if it was like wool. If I am fast enough, I can flutter under these guys. There we go. Gonna be doing another little skip here. If I have great flutters, we could skip the entire right section of this level by getting here. There we go. Eating that, and then we can go into this hidden area you're supposed to get to later. And we've just skipped the entire right side of this level of this room. Thank you. That room is also kind of big, so that saves a decent amount, I'd say.
How tricky are those flutter jumps?
I wouldn't say they're too hard. They're not that hard. Luckily, this game doesn't really have the thing in Yoshi's Island where you have like perfect flutters. Where, well, I mean, I guess this game does have it, but you don't really. There's no like rooms where it's super useful. With like a perfect flutter, you can actually gain height. But we don't really. Oh, I don't know why I was aiming an egg there. I keep calling them eggs, despite the fact they're yarn balls, because like eggs is basically their functionality. Ah, man. You can actually hit him before he goes back into the back wall. What's actually really rough about 100%. Okay, let me see if I can get this. Yes! Okay. I got him before he went back to the back wall. There we go. That's our first boss done. Our first of like 12. This game has 6 worlds, just like Yoshi's Island. If you've never played this game, but you like Yoshi's Island, I feel like you'll like this game. It's very similar, but like its own thing. Oh, we also got a badge for free. We're not really... Oh, wait. No, I was supposed to get a badge, wasn't I? Yup. I could get that in the level, though. That's fine. I was a little too hasty there. So sometimes, it's about a 1 in 4 chance, whenever you beat a level, that the next one, they give you a badge for free. Like, oh, try this out, you know? You can get it, and you don't have to pay for it. It's sick. Like I mentioned at the start of the run, however, we start with as many beats as we want, and we can basically afford every badge we want in the run. Right now we're using the Pitfall badge, which means that we can, if we fall into any pits... Oh, close. Come on, get up there. There we go. Also, this feels like it's, this is like the Dutch level to me. Like, there's so many windmills, it's awesome.
I feel like you're stereotyping us. But you're correct, though.
I mean, what can I say? We have, you know, cool windmills. Trying to not get eaten by the piranha plants. There we go. What was I saying? I got distracted by the beautiful windmills in the background.
I think you were saying about the Pitfall badge.
Right, yeah, so you can bounce out of, yeah, you can bounce out of the pits. Is basically what it does. And usually you would just, like, die if you fall into a pit, but not this badge. Yeah, so, right, like I said before, there's a 1 in 4 chance that the badge is free. Which is huge in the Wii U version, because there you're strapped for beats a lot more. And if you basically have a 1 in 4 chance in certain levels to have what's optimal. Let me make sure. Okay, I don't need anything here. Oh, also, this song is great. But yeah, in the Wii U version, you have like a 1 in 4 chance to have like a badge that you need for free. And that can save, in certain levels, that can save a lot, especially later on in the game, where like you get the running badge. In this version, it loses us 2 seconds if we get the prompts, because we have all the money we need. So, yeah, this song is awesome. I really like the music in this game. Unfortunately, that's the end of the song for now, because we're gonna be Mega Yoshi now. I feel so cool right now.
Well, you are. Look at him go.
They actually made Amiibo off of, like, the Yarn Yoshis. And we'll actually be using them during this run. Yeah, we'll be using basically every trick we can get to make this version of the game faster. And Amiibo is one of them.
They also made a big Yarn Yoshi amiibo, right?
Yup, and it's behind me right now. I love it. It looks just like the game. Oh.
Well, what do the amiibos do? Just to get a bit ahead of ourselves here.
It will be a while before we get to see... I needed to get one of the Shy Guys. I'll just get a bomb instead. So, basically, what they do is there's this double Yoshi mechanic where, at least in the Wii U version, you would be able to control another Yoshi. There would be just two on screen. It's kind of like the double cherry power-up from Super Mario 3 World, if you guys are familiar with that. It's basically just another identical Yoshi to you. It will look like your the Yarn Yoshi that's stored on your amiibo, though. So that's kind of an important detail also for this run. In this version of the game, they removed multiplayer entirely. What's really strange about that fact is that the opening cutscene still depicts two Yoshis, but you can't actually control, like, you can't play multiplayer in this version, which is a bit of a shame. But we can use the amiibo still, which also still works differently from the Wii U version. Instead of just having two on the screen and, you know, he's following you around. He just basically copies your movement and he's just a bit delayed. But he can still eat the other Yoshi, so basically you have a infinite yarn ball in that way. And whenever you want to throw any eggs, or like yarn balls, I keep calling them eggs because like that's their functionality. If you want to throw anything, the other like Yoshi will also throw a yarn ball at the same time. So, and later on there will be a skip that'll like that really makes use of the amiibo. That I'll explain how that works when we get there. It's like in Wolf 5 or something. I don't want to bog you guys down with details that aren't gonna matter for a while. But yeah, basically, the amiibo can be really useful in this run to do some skips. There's like 4 stages or so. And I'm actually you're not gonna be able to see it, but I will be using the all 3 of the smaller Yarn Yoshi amiibos for this run, which is very fitting. I forgot to honk. You can honk. It doesn't do anything. Well, actually, it breaks balloons and it drops to mid-air beats, which can actually be kind of detrimental if you do it too early in like a 100% run. But I don't know why I ate the melon. It just looked so yummy.
They're just confused which Yoshi game you're playing. It's now become an all melons run.
I was wondering where we're gonna go with that. Yeah, we're not running all melons Yoshi Story, which is also an incredible game. I love that game. It's sick.
Yeah, you do multiple Yoshi games, or I believe you do them all, right?
At this point, I have done them all. I think. Yeah, we're getting another pitfall badge here to be able to jump out of, well, hits. But yes, I've ran a lot of Yoshi games. It was originally my goal to. Now, if you're familiar with the Super Mario 602, I kind of wanted to do something like that for Yoshi games because I really like them. I did give up on that goal a long time ago, but you know, I still really like running each game like individually. And it's actually kind of cool to, you know, learn about all the differences between the games because like they all feature this lovely dinosaur, but like the games are very different. Oh. So like they're similar but different. They've all got their own like you know, flares and things that make them cool and interesting to run. This game is very cozy in comparison to all the other Yoshi games. I'd say is definitely one of its strong points. Oh, and this particular version of, you know, Woolly World, the 3DS version we're playing, I feel like has a lot of, like, untapped potential when it comes to like, well, the fact that you have infinite beats. Okay. And oh, it's fine. We can fall into a pit. It's no biggie.
It was all calculated.
Yeah, guys, it's faster. Trust me. Alright. Oh. Yeah, I meant to do that because yes.
RNG manipulation, just
Yeah.
casual RNG that's being manipulated here. The way these guys bounce, the better pattern.
Alright, here's Bert the Bashful. He was the first mini-boss in Yoshi's Island, also Yoshi's Island DS. Yoshi's Island DS added a second one. Here they made him like a full-on like main boss of a world. He's pretty easy. You hit him with an egg when he becomes vulnerable, and then you well, you unzip his pants, and then he gets the berries.
Is this PG?
And he, well, he did just explode. So, yeah, it's for everyone. Hold up, what's the rating for this game? That's a German sticker. I don't know what that means. Alright. Ooh, we just got the melon power badge. Right, the badge is actually called power badges. And we'll be actually using the melon one here. I knew that.
It's all in your notes.
What notes? Yeah, the ones in my mind.
Exactly.
Because I remember this game so well. Yeah, so the melon badge, that Shy Guy deserves a raise. He got me.
He sniped you.
He is, you know, credit where credit is due. Yeah, so the melon badge spawns a melon in the level, and when you're out of melons, when you're out of like seeds that you can spit, it will spawn another melon near you. Yeah, I really like the music in this game. It's so good.
And it is also so diverse, because a couple levels back I heard some very funky slap bass as well.
Oh, I needed to hit this one. Parts are nice, but don't really beat them right now. Yeah, no, there's a great variety of tracks as well. Some tracks are kind of silly. Some tracks are... oh, I need this. Come on. I also still need to hit that. Yeah, no, there's a great variety of tracks in this game. It definitely keeps the game interesting for the full 2.5 hours to listen to. You know what? We're not gonna take a checkpoint. We don't need it.
We're gonna game.
Yup. We're gonna game. Yeah, so with the seeds, we can basically just obliterate anything in our path. Which, in this level, is really useful, because, well, there's a lot of things in our path. Ugh. Whoa! That's fine, that was the last enemy.
So do these gold rings do anything special? Because I did see some flowers in the levels we've zoomed by.
Right, yeah, so... Typically, 100%, you want to be getting as many collectibles and flowers as you want. In Yoshi's Island, if you got those flowers, they would appear... gotta get big yarn here. They would appear on the gold roulette. And once you hit, like, the end goal, you'd have, like, the roulette would stop spinning, and if it lands on a flower, then you get a minigame. It was actually the same in the Wii U version of this game, where you would get a minigame that you would play for beats. However, I want to get a bunch more yarn balls here. This is a bit of a maze level, so we're gonna have to try and remember the correct pathway. Yeah, so in this version of the game, however, they don't really do that. And if you'd ask me what they do instead, I don't remember. Because you don't get them. And it's not useful to the good.
Well, that
But
makes
they
sense.
have shortened it. Yeah. In the Wii U version, I would actually use it during any percent classic mode. I would sometimes try to land on a flower roulette on purpose to have like an opportunity to grant more beats to get better badges later on, because some of the beats do actually save that much time that it's worth it to. They were fine. Controlling this guy is a little awkward sometimes. There we go, that's the end of that level. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely take this checkpoint, because it's really easy to get crushed here. Can I? Oh, man. We wanna reveal that. Then we want to hit this invisible cloud and go up, and then take the right door. Nope, we wanted to take the left door. It's okay. I just wanted to show you guys which door you do not want to take. This is also a guide, as the only owner of this category on 3DS. I swear it's a lot of fun. Yeah, I really adore the visuals of this game. Even on the 3DS, it's captured really well.
Yeah, it looks really, really good, which makes me think, I'm not really sure when the game released, but it looks to be released like later in the life cycle of the 3DS. Because the graphics look very good for the platform they're on.
Well, this was originally a Wii U game as well, right? So, that's like, it looks even better on Wii U. It's when did it come out? It was
The joys of
2014?
this being an overnight run is I have access to an internet browser, so I can just look this up. Okay, so the original game on Wii U came out in 2015, and the 3DS version came out in 2017.
Yes. Kind of a little late in the 3DS lifespan. At that point, people were like, why not on Switch? Which, I agree.
Fair.
This would have been a nice game to have on Switch. Oh, okay. Since I don't have too much else to talk about right now, so during the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, they messed up one of the thumbnails for like one of the background pictures when they were showing what Switch games you could play on the Switch 2. Instead of putting Craft Up World's icon up, they put up an icon of this game. And I was like, wait, is it coming to Switch? And then like 30 minutes later, realized, nope, they just messed up. It was meant to be Craft Up World.
Man, getting debated by Nintendo Direct.
It's like another runner of the Wii U version and I cross-referenced it with like the Japanese Direct, and there they used the correct icon. And man, yeah, no, I think having this on, no, I mean, I guess there's still plenty of time for this to come to a Switch console. That would be cool. There's actually a skip here that exists on the Wii U version, where you would use the second player to bump that switch over and over again. So, we're good. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Showing us a collectible.
Yeah. Again, this is also a guide. Oh, come on. Yeah, so this level really revolves around these like chomp rocks and trying to, unyarn them, and it's a really cool mechanic, I'd say. Just want this guy to jump over the spikes, and then we can push him again over here. Oh, got the zip to the right there. Oh, I wanted to hit the other one as well. I want to clear a path for the other chomp rock. Yeah, so the chomp rocks are real chomps when they're not like a full yarn form. But when they're filled in, they're like they function like the chomp rocks from Yoshi's Island. Or you can just push them and they're They're just like objects you push around. That's what this guy did.
Does it matter which color they get?
No, the color they get is based on the yarn ball you toss, which is really cool. Typically, the yarn balls have a random color, but it depends on what enemy you eat. Yeah, the yarn balls make sense. I'm just gonna go through them. There we go.
Casual damage boost.
What would a speedrun be without a damage boost? But I was in time with the music for a moment. That was sick. And it's the end of 2-3 already.
We're zooming.
We are zooming. So, what is your experience with Yoshi games? Have you played any?
I played a lot of them actually. Because I was a good fan of the Wii U in comparison to the majority of the gamers. I enjoyed that console.
Me too.
So yeah, I played like a lot of those games, and I do remember the OG. And I'm losing gamer creds because I can't remember the name. The one on the SNES.
That's just Yoshi's Island. Well, the full name is Super Mario. Well, actually, the full name is Super Mario World 2: Yoshi's Island.
Exactly. So yeah, no, that one. Yeah. That one was really fun. And I just love the cozy vibes. The platforming that could really be deceivably difficult in some spots, which is, it's not all like the children-oriented like most of the Nintendo games tend to be. So there's actually some real challenge in, and I really enjoyed them. Like a good platformer, it can go on for days.
I pretty much second that opinion. Yoshi's Island is definitely one of the more difficult Nintendo platformers, and it's also just one of the more intricate ones as well, which is, the whole egg throwing mechanic, super fun. Which, you get a bunch of that in this game as well. I wouldn't say it's as difficult.
Well, and it's also not really like some of the levels, like we had a maze level earlier, so it's not all linear, go from left to right in that sense.
Oh yeah.
Which also gets you searching through the levels, which is where the hidden question mark clouds as well. So it's good fun.
Yeah, we have a bunch of we get more of those type of levels as well. I'm gonna take that checkpoint because there's lava here, which will instantly kill you, and you have to go back to the last checkpoint that you got. Nice. All right. First boss of this world already. It is Notwing, the Koopa. So he will be slamming down, and we'll be trying to untie, I guess, his wings? Yeah, okay, we're untying their wings. Now, I'm gonna be trying to do a bit of a fast strat here, but it's kind of tricky. Yeah, so you can actually, if you are high enough from the bounce you can get on his attack, you can keep flittering in the air and try and untie his wings early. Yeah, but not getting it here. Unless... No. Oh! Okay, yeah, sometimes you can, I guess, get it through, yeah, I don't know how that worked, but sometimes it does. Because, his body should have been in the way, but I guess it wasn't. Alright. That is that boss down. I'm sure we won't see it 2 more times. Oh, we just unlocked a new Poochy Dash level, which is something that they added to this version of the game. Yeah, this version of the game is called Poochy and Yoshi's Woolly World, because they tried to make Poochy, which is the dot character from Yoshi, a more prominent character in the game, with a lot of the side mode content, and with mellow mode having the Poochy pups. We won't really be seeing any of the, exclusive content to this game. But we will see Poochy. In fact, we'll be seeing Poochy very soon, very soon, because he's right here.
Oh, look at him.
Yeah.
What a good boy.
Yeah.
Struggling to keep up, though.
Yeah, I'm kind of faster than him. Oh, come on. But he'll be essential to some of the skips later on. So we'll be seeing plenty of Poochy later. Okay, here we're gonna try and do a little skip. There we go. By keeping our flitters, we can just flitter over the spike gap. We don't have to ride Poochy, which, sorry to say, it's just Poochy is slower. I'm sorry, guys. It's just how it is.
We want to go fast.
Exactly. But Poochy will become more prominent later on. Trust me. Alright, hoping this Lakitu doesn't absolutely snipe me. He stopped moving. We'll take it. Yeah, Poochy's trying to show us a collectible there. Sorry, we're playing 90% classic mode. We don't need that collectible. Yeah, so this version of the game has a lot of like untapped potential when it comes to all of the badges that you can like choose to get in strats. And we got the Poochy badge, so we can summon him now in any level we want. And we want the fire badge here. There's something I wanted to say, but this is more important. The song for this level is very unique. Doesn't sound very fitting, but it's absolutely sick. It goes hard.
I turned up my own volume for this. This song slaps. Like, really goes hard.
Yeah, it's so good. It reminds me of like those like American like car dealership shows. Like, you know. Yeah, it could be the intro to one of those kind of thing. I don't know why I went back to the checkpoint. In my head, I was like, oh no, there's lava, which can instantly, like, you know, end you. But we have the fire... I forgot its full name. I just always know that was the fire badge. Basically, this badge makes you invulnerable to lava and fire. Which, as you can probably imagine, for this level, very useful. Because there's a lot of that going around. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, like, this version of the game has a lot of untapped potential. So, even in the original, no one really ran 100% much. There's like 2 winners, I think. But this version, yeah. Like, basically everyone plays the meme category and sleeps on this game otherwise. 100% for this version would go so hard, because you can use everything at your disposal. You have amiibos, like, those are banned on the Wii U version. So... You can use every badge that you want. It is... Like, I would love to see someone run 100% of this game. I might have to learn it at some point. If I ever just want to spend, like, a month on it or something. I'd love to see it.
What's the definition of the 100% of this game, then?
You get all the collectibles. Which is, you've tried to finish a level with all of... you have to finish a level with all of your hearts. So, which is actually a bit tricky, even if you play Lino mode, because you cannot take a single hit from bosses, even if you're on full. So that's really tricky. Yeah, so you want to finish with all your hearts. You also want to... Oh. Just gonna eat you in the meantime, I'll have to wait for this cutscene. You want to get the 5... Yarn Yoshi pieces that are hidden in level. There's 20 Miiverse stamps, which... Rest in peace, Miiverse. Oh, well, I just jumped right into that. This section is a bit tricky, because the idea is to have the fire badge again, and I don't get hit by the fire, but it still bumps me around! I just wanted to give you a sneak peek of this section of the level. Alright. I solved my issue.
Quick thinking.
There we go. Yeah, so there's also 5 flowers. So when it comes to collectibles, it's very similar to... Oh, was I too late? This happens every time. So these rooms have like little puzzles, and you want to try and get the torches lit at the same time. And then you get like a key. And there's 4 keys in this level. This level's a bit of a long one. It is very similar to 5-4 in Yoshi's Island, if you know that level. You go around, you get 4 keys to go through the main, like, passageway. Oh, want the key. Need that. 4 of those, actually. Gonna use a key there already, because why not? I can kind of at least put one in before it really loses me time. Ah, I thought I missed that jump, but it's fine. I have full confidence in that working, actually. Oh,
There is some creative puzzle solving in these fire candles.
yeah, it's cool. I kind of struggle with it casually because wasn't that smart, but you know, solved it. Here we want to wait a little bit because we want to make sure that first one doesn't go out. There we go. Yeah, so these torches will go out if you don't light them in time, or like don't light all of them in time. All right, that's all the keys done. Ugh. Pretty sure you could just, yeah. Well, we're on like 1 heart though, so that's not good.
It's fine.
I think there's a checkpoint in this room, so we'll just take that. Just in case. There isn't. There is.
An emotional roller coaster right here.
Alright, this segment is great in the Wii U version, because you can just kind of... Like, there's a bit of an auto-scroller. But you can grind a decent amount of beats here that you can use for badges. So if you want to run this category on 3DS without, like, doing the cheap thing of getting all of... Spending hours setting up the save file that has all the, that has a bunch of beats right at the start, you could, here's a good place to get more. You're waiting anyway.
Might as well use that time, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we also just got a Miiverse stamp. Yeah, 20 of those in each level. Kind of replacing the red coins from the original Yoshi's Island. This game is very similar in how it's structured to Yoshi's Island. It really is just a wool version, or like a, you know, yeah, a wool version of Yoshi. I'd also say Yoshi's Island and this game are like the 2 like best Yoshi games in terms of like consistent quality. Like if you like Yoshi, you haven't been too happy with like the franchise, this is definitely one of the better games. This was actually made by the same team that made Kirby's Epic Yarn. This was the game they made after. Originally, Yoshi looked a bit more like Kirby, or at least the style Kirby had in Epic Yarn. But then it just straight up made him fully like a wool model, which is cool. The amount of times I've done that, my depth perception is great. What are you talking about? Maybe
That's why you turn on the 3D slider.
I was about to say, maybe I should make the turn on to 3D.
Is that useful in any way whatsoever in this game?
You could I don't know. I don't use it. So what's actually really funny is like if I do use it, you just see the camera shift a little bit on like Well, you don't see it right now, but if I just kind of like play with the slider, you can see the camera shifts a little bit on the capture. Oh, I have it on like really low right now. This is messing with my eyes. It does look 3D.
Well, they promised the 3D game on a 3DS, so it's not. It's very apt.
It does make sense when you think about it. Oh, another thing that makes a lot more sense that I only realized a couple days ago. I have to share this. I have to. This is Bunsen the Hot Dog's Castle, and it took me until a couple days ago. Mind you, this game came out in 2017. It took me that long to figure out that his name's Bunsen because he's a hot dog. At bun, you put hot dogs on a bun.
But a Bunsen burner is also a thing used in chemistry, which is it's a double pun.
Well, it's a triple pun because like he's not a hot dog as in the food. He is just literally a hot dog, like a dog on fire. So there's just this multiple layers to this whole like pun thing on this boss.
The writers must have had so much fun coming up with all these names.
I'm sure they did. Yeah, these enemies are currently not, you know, any trouble to us because we have the fire badge, which just allows us to tank any fire hits. Oh, there's the bump again. Yeah, instead of like getting hit, you just bum. I love Yoshi's sound effects. Yeah, you just have this little bump instead. Alright, this is him. This is Bunsen, the Pun Meister.
He looks good though. Like his body looks like Guy Fieri's shirt.
It does. Ah! Scary attack! You have the fire badge. You could just kind of... Yeah. Wait, does he still hit us like this? Nope. Yo, we can just... Yo, we can... I mean, we can't really pet him. But, like...
It's close enough.
Yeah.
So you can only hit him when he cools down then.
Yes. Wait, can we ride him? Ah. Okay, so I didn't know you were invulnerable to, like, his whole, like... You know, body. Can he still crush you here? I have to try it out, right? Like, is he a threat at all? No.
We're learning things all together.
Alright, yeah, so the fire badge does make this boss pretty easy. Oh. But, trust me, the bosses get a bit more tricky. I do think the bosses in Yoshi's Island are better than the bosses in this game, but I still think they have their charm. Alright, that was Bunsen.
The entire game is very, very charming.
I agree with these facts. That badge, could be useful, but not really useful. It is the heart badge. What it does, it just gives you more health, but I clearly don't need it. I could route that in, actually. I just realized in some of the stages where I struggle more, I could just have the hearts badge. If I don't have the Ren badge. I never put that together. That I could probably do that. Oh yeah, from Lava World, now we're in Cookie Land. Went all over the place.
This song really reminds me of the Kirby Yarn game. Like, very similar motif. Actually.
Yeah, no, well, it was made by the same people, so...
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh. Yeah, I can definitely see where that's coming from. Oh, okay, I just kind of zipped through two of those buttons.
Yeah, everything is made of yarn.
Everything is made out of yarn or yarn-related materials. It is incredible.
Yeah, because the Shy Guys in the previous screen, they had knitting needles. Like here,
Yep.
those are knitting needle. That's awesome.
So the spear guys, they have like, yeah, knitting needles. That's incredible. These cookies, like, also really remind me of the same cookies used in, well, Yoshi's Cookie, which is a puzzle game on many platforms, actually. They ported that one to a lot of them. And those cookies also made out of wool in this game. Everything is made out of, like, just when you see it. Oh no! 2-second time loss. Anyway.
Everything is made of yarn. Everything.
Everything. I don't think the hearts are. I was trying to think of, like, what are things that aren't made out of wool? I don't think the hearts are, actually. Those might be the only things in the game that might not be made out of, like, yarn-related materials.
Even the ones that get dropped?
Yeah, that's what I'm... Yeah, those are the ones I mean. Also, this song's cool.
Very calming, very relaxing.
Ah, okay. Yeah, so on the Wii U version, you could use 2-player to boost each other a lot. Oh. I need to wait for this one anyway. Yeah, so on the Wii U version, what you would do is you would do 2-player, and you would... you can, like, eat each other, and then you can... Oh, come on. And then you can basically spit each other out again and, like, get to higher places that way. Which we can't really do in this version of the game, which is one of the ways that this version's slower, but it makes up a lot of lost time later.
I love the weird little smiles in the clouds and all the stars and the moons scattered throughout this level.
Oh yeah. I feel like we haven't really... I feel like we've been kind of gaining beats at a similar rate as we've been spending them.
It's just a good route.
Yeah.
But it's good that we don't have to worry about, like, our spending habits in this run.
Yeah, no, I really like that because of that, this version's different from the Wii U version. Like, there's a lot of, like, games where, you know, the other... Oh. Dang it. Actually, can I... Yeah, okay, so later on there's a cloud I want to hit. But that one I can skip. I always get those two mixed up because they're kind of in similar places. Yeah, so this level's main gimmick is these curtains that like kind of fold and unfold and you can climb on them. Remember when I said that I need to hit one of those question mark blocks? This is the one. Alright. Yeah, again, the music in this game is incredible. Oh, you almost got me.
Making great use of that pitfall badge here.
Absolutely. Yeah, pretty much any stage where there's a lot of pits, you, yeah, you wanna... It's just a really good badge if you want to be able to just bounce out of these pits. So any stage that has a lot of them, we'll probably use them in. One of them's this one.
Beat Montgomery's Bubble Fort. That's a
Now,
mouthful for a level.
yeah, if you're like, half of that sounds familiar, it's because half of it does sound familiar.
Big Bubble?
No, the other half. But I can't say his name. But they're back. They were the first boss we fought. There's certain bosses that they're repeating in this game. Also, I like how these bubbles look. Even on the
Very
3DS.
bubbly.
Very bubbly. Oh, I didn't know there was a secret there. You know what?
We're learning. We're still learning.
I mean, I knew that. I just wanted to, share my wisdom of this game, with the world. Yeah, so this level's main gimmick is these bubbles that, bounce you around. We want to bounce off of this Monty Mole so we can get up here quicker. Definitely intentional damage boost, because it was faster, trust me. I was like, that pitfall badge really did not send me up high at all. And then I realized I bounced on a bubble. Okay, so this section is a bit strange. How these bubbles make you bounce.
And once again, they're going really hard on the soundtrack. Listen to that slap bass. Like, wow.
Oh, that bubble is in the way. There we go. Yeah, that room's kind of tricky. Yeah, no, as you said, the music in this game, I love it. It's really good. I think this game definitely, rivals, Yoshi's Island in a way. It doesn't have the same, historic, it wasn't as historically as important as Yoshi's Island, but, I think as games, they're both incredible for their own, reasons.
It's really diverse, and I feel like almost every level has a unique song attached to it.
That's because, yeah, I think most levels do. Looking at you, Crafted World. That's 17 tracks, and it's the biggest Yoshi game.
He has a helmet now.
Yeah, so you can't jump on him anymore. So now we have to hit him with an egg. That's how they switched him up.
He's learning.
And there we go, easy boss. Oh, well. Yeah, sir. Yeah, so as you can see, some of the bosses, the ending cutscene doesn't start until you collect all the beats. So you can actually use a small optimization in certain bosses. When you have, the big boss explosion and a bunch of beats drop, you can collect them with the yarn balls. And it saves a little bit of time, and I missed it there. This level, called Fluffin' Puffin' Babysittin'. We'll be doing a lot of babysitting here. Because there's these birds. I killed their parent. Okay. Basically, you sorry. You
This is really rough.
it was an accident. I'm sorry.
What did those birds ever do to you?
Walked into me. I'm sorry.
Remind me to never get in front of you then. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so these, I swear I'm not trying to hit them.
I mean, I could understand if they were seagulls, because those birds are menaces, but
Yeah,
these are looking very cute.
I didn't mean to.
Stop it!
Okay, I didn't mean to. I swear. But yeah,
You can
these
steal their
birds.
kids without murdering them.
Oh my god. No. Okay, so the main mechanic is these birds leave behind clouds when you fire them, or you throw them, and you make your own platforms to stand on. There you go.
Do they also disappear after a while, or do they just stay there forever?
Until the end of the level, where the babysitting is over. Oh, actually, no, they turn into money. Sorry, I forgot.
It gets worse.
Yoshi is kind of dark when you think about it, so I recommend not thinking about it. Personally.
I love not thinking, though.
Yeah, I love dissociating. Alright, amazing This is a cool cave level. That is, it's amazing. So sorry.
Why did I sign up for this?
Because you're a homie and you wanted to hang out.
That's true, yeah.
That's why. Yeah, so you want to pound a lot of these poles to, well, lower them. I get a bunch of eggs here for later. Yeah, much like the other cave levels in this game, our main objective again is to find a key to unlock a door that we had access to earlier. I always wonder if there's like a way we could maybe skip this segment on this version of the game. So on Wii U, you would just use the second player and you would just, you know, eat them and spit them up and they would end up in a higher place. We can't really do that, even with Amiibo. Yeah, so this version of the game has a lot of, like, untapped, like, potential when it comes to, like, finding strats. So if anyone has this game and likes what they're seeing, it's lonely on the leaderboards to this category, I'm just saying. Alright, that's the end of that level. Yeah, no, I really like the music in this game. The track in that level is also really good. Since we're getting later into the run now, not every level is gonna have new badges that are gonna be unlocked. At the beginning it was like, oh, here's a new one, and here's a new one, and like as we go on, we still get new badges. But they're not as, they're not as common.
Well, how many badges are there?
I think 13? I think including, it's either 13 including or excluding the level skip badge. So it's either 13 or 14. I think it's 13.
Yeah, that's not a lot. Like in the grand scheme of things.
No, but they give you the right amount of things. I feel like, you know, I wouldn't even be able to think of like other things that it could give you. And given how... Oh, well, that's fine. Yeah, that worked.
Part of the plan.
Absolutely. I always have a plan. My plan is to go fast. Which is what I did. Alright, this segment is really cool. You turn into a plane, and you get missiles. And it's Sky Pop Yoshi is his actual name, and I knew that. And it's like kind of like a what are they called again? Like those like 2D like spaceship games where like you like those classic like Space Invaders type games, I guess.
The Galaga is the original one, I believe.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure some people more knowledgeable about these games than me will correct us in chat.
Where's Tim when you need him? He's very good at those kind of questions. Oh, right. Just wanted to show that you wanted to hit this cloud to go up. In case you didn't know that.
And now we know.
And now you know that that's where you'd have to go. I like these rainbows. They're really cool.
Riding the rainbows.
To the end of the level. The levels are definitely going to get trickier later on. But the Pitfall badge definitely makes levels like these easier, because you can just fall into the pit and at just no consequence. Which is, incredible. There is a badge that I'm really looking forward to having, though. That we will be unlocking in after 4-4. And that's gonna make this whole run a lot faster.
Is it by any chance the speedy badge?
Yes. Yeah, so there's a badge that just straight up makes you run faster. And basically the moment that unlocks, we can just spam it.
Zoom.
This is like the one track in the game where like I'm not a big fan of the first half of the song. Like right now you're just hearing like this really loud kick drum or this really thumpy kick drum. But like it's like there are definitely Yoshi games where you know the soundtrack is a lot worse. Like if this is my least favorite one, like favorite song, you know, it's still pretty good. Yoshi's New Island exists. I will say this though, that game has a better soundtrack than Craft World. I'm saying it right here, on record.
Oh, we're getting some hot takes here.
Like yeah, the first like the first couple like 10 minutes or so of New Island, or they give you a really not great impression. But the 17 tracks of Craftable just don't do it for me for how long that game is. Alright. Enough Yoshi hate, I love the Yoshi games. Yeah. Alright. This is, I guess our 6th boss already, we're halfway. This is Miss Cluck. She is a giant bird that we can, I guess, like, unwrap again. And then it's revealed that it's actually just, you know, a small bird in a big bird's body.
Isn't that like she's shaped like an egg? Isn't that like we're pulling out the egg yolk here?
Oh, maybe that, you know, that also makes sense.
That was my impression, at least.
You know, it might be. It could also be that. It's cool when you can interpret things multiple ways in video games. It's like, pick your own story. Oh, come on. Will you miss this cycle? I don't... Okay. We're good. Oh, I wanted to... Oh, that was actually kind of sick, that slide. Oh...
Just a moonwalk.
Just moonwalking into the beats. Yeah. We are officially halfway through the levels. Only 3 more worlds to go. New power badge! Which one is that? I don't know, we don't use it. We need the pitfall badge here again. I don't think we actually need it in this level, but it's nice to have, because we have basically infinite money anyway. So this level is called Monkeying Around. Never mind, I'm going to use the badge right away. So these are called Yukikis. They're in many Mario games, and there's a lot of them in this level. And I feel like this song fits them well.
I remember them as being very annoying.
I guess there's one detail about this game that we glossed over that's different from Yoshi's Island, and that is, the reason that these guys will be annoying is that they could steal Baby Mario. But, I don't know if you've noticed, they got rid of the worst part of Yoshi's Island. So... And as established earlier, I'm a bad babysitter anyway, so...
It's fine.
Oh, I wanted to get the melon, but you know what, We're keeping a friend. Oh. He gets to live. Well, depending on what's over there. Depending on... Guys, there's a mattress right off screen.
He also had the pitfall badge.
Yeah. I mean, if we can have it, why can't the enemies? I mean, friends. All right. What do I need in the next level? Because I remember Vic Yarn. The return of Vic Yarn. Lakitu Peekaboo. Ooh, I think this is the cave level. Like every Yoshi game has like a cave level that's kind of long. It's like an auto-scroller. And I think this is this game's. And it's not that long.
But it is a dreaded auto-scroller.
It is an auto-scroller, so it is kind of like, well, have fun messing around kind of level. Let's see if I can... Yeah, catch some of my eggs. That's the thing that a lot of, like, really good Yoshi's Island players do a lot. They play around with their eggs when they have, like, downtime. Ah, okay. I can't get that flower because I stood on the platform. Really complicated puzzle. Yeah, so the main... Oh, okay. Tell me I'm crazy. I kind of see a face in, like, this segment of the level. Like, the two, like, holes where the Lakitus were, and then, like, the platform's kind of like a mouth. Or could be a nose, too. Do you also see faces in cars?
I mean, some cars I do, yeah.
It's most cars for me. I'm a very creative person. Oh. Alright, and that's the end of the auto-scroller part. Kind of? No, there's another part.
Not more auto-scroller? Oh no.
The next one's cool though, like, conceptually.
Now you've got me curious.
Alright, I remember. Left. I always go the wrong way here. I was trying to, like, push the right wall. Because, like, I'm just saying, it's a platformer. Your instinct is just to go right.
You're not wrong on that.
Alright, welcome to, Stone Tetris. Every Yoshi game has, like, a segment that's like this. At some point.
Oh no, the poor Shy Guy gets crushed. Man.
I couldn't save him. Uh-oh.
Save yourself first.
Yeah. I definitely, you know, did the move when I was supposed to.
It worked out. It was all part of the plan.
Out. Yeah. I think I have enough yarn balls. We'll just risk it. Biscuit for the biscuit.
I mean, these Lakitus are kind of the snipers with their crosshairs.
Oh yeah. Some of them can be tricky. But they were no problem for us. There we go. That's into that level. I'm trying to think of, like, are there any, like, big auto-scrollers, like, from this point forward? And I think the answer is quite literally the next level.
You're just jinxing yourself at this point.
Yeah, okay, nothing. So, there's actually a fun little fact I have about this level. So, okay, let me get my... Let me find my words real quick. So, there's going to be an auto-scroller in the one of the next rooms of the level. And what I find really curious is, on Wii U, that segment tends to lag a little bit. But it doesn't here. On the 3DS, so...
So the 3DS is more powerful is what you're saying.
Yep. I mean,
I always knew that.
Yep.
What a goated console.
It really is, to be honest. I think this console, like, the 3DS has so many great games on it. We're Mermaid Yoshi now. What Mermaid Yoshi can do is spin and be a mermaid. It's not the worst, like, controls for an underwater segment. Okay.
We're doing a little loop-de-loop.
Yeah, I just wanted to show that that was there, because it's really cool. Okay. I'm definitely remembering this level correctly. Don't worry about it. We're having fun. This is a fun game. So... And that's
I'm
the
not
most
worried
important
at all.
part. Yeah, this segment is the auto-scroller. So, later on, when there's a bit more going on, like, the Wii U kind of struggles to keep this game 60 FPS. I guess one thing we can mention while we're in auto-scroller anyway is the fact that I'm playing on a new 3DS as opposed to a regular 3DS. This game does work on an old 3DS, and it is, I'd say, perfectly playable on that as well. But this game does get a performance boost on the new 3DS in the fact that it's 60 FPS, whereas it gets locked to 30 on the old 3DS. Because it couldn't handle all the Yoshi.
Yoshi was too powerful.
Another reason is I think the load times for this version are also faster, like on 3DS. I mean, on new 3DS. But another thing that's nice for me as well is that the new 3DS has amiibo scanning, just like built right into the console. Whereas on the old 3DS it didn't. You'd have to get like this external base to scan amiibo. And since we're using it for this run, it would... Oh! He gets to live. I want to keep a friend. Friend?
He can't swim.
Oh, yeah, he can. I knew that.
It took him a while. There he is.
Goodbye, friend. Alright. That's the end of that level. Yeah, so that segment does slow down a little bit on Wii U. But it doesn't here. And it's in 60 FPS because we're playing on new 3DS. Okay, we get no badge here at the start of the level. But we get one later.
Ooh.
So, not... What were you gonna say?
I do see another familiar name right there.
I was gonna point out as well. Poochy is here, but that's not who we mean. Koopa the Notwing is back. Oh. Yeah, so this level's main gimmick is the water going up and down with these switches. I will be trying to go for a couple skips in this level. First one will be here. Got it?
Nice.
Bouncing off of enemies you spit out in midair. Alright, if I'm fast enough, I can also do a bit of a skip here. Because I can make it over to this cloud, and this cloud reveals a platform that allows us to actually enter that door. There we go. Skips a bit of a puzzle, having to wait for the water to go back up. Just to be safe, I'll get a couple extra yarn balls. We see Poochy here.
Poochy!
And there's a bit of a interesting interaction that we're gonna see when we have more than one Poochy in the level. Can I... Oh, okay, so I guess we're gonna spawn them already because I need a platform. You have a Poochy badge! You can just spawn them whenever you want. And it kind of gets, like, rid of the other Poochy in the level. Okay, need to go under here. So Poochy can't, like, go under here. So, and we need him to grab this key. But if I get rid of this Poochy badge again, he respawns right here, which is a bit of a weird interaction, because I just, you know, supposedly got rid of Poochy. But that's because this is the Poochy that's meant to be in the level, appearing from the other Poochy disappearing, that I spawned in myself. It is interesting.
Boggles the mind.
Yeah. You have to be really smart to understand the intricacies of the Yoshi franchise.
The quantum mechanics, Poochy interactions.
We're good. Personally, I wasn't even worried. I just wanted to, you know, let's just show.
Show off your skills.
Alright, as you said before, the name of this level was kind of familiar, because we gotta fight this guy again, this Koopa. But he is different now in the sense that instead of just being able to untie him, we have to make him hit the spikes that are below these platforms, and then we can ground pound him, so we don't even really like untie his wings anymore. So it is kind of interesting that they took the same bosses and remixed them a bit, but yeah, no, they kind of used the mole and this guy 3 times total, so 6 out of the 12 bosses in this game are actually just like, you know, well, I'd say like 4 are repeats out of the 12. So really you have like, you have 8 unique bosses. And I still think the bosses are interesting, but I don't know. I think it would have been cool to see some original ones as well. So, you know, because especially Yoshi's Island went so hard on the bosses. Yeah, so for this phase, he will actually just like float up and you can see particles in the sky from where he's gonna drop. Oh, I missed. Okay, there we go. We made quick work of him. Those beats also spawned really close together. That was interesting. Oh, yeah, so I mentioned it before, but we just beat 4-4. Which, you know what that means? Ooh. That is the icon of the speed badge. And we get it for free as well!
Oh, the game being generous. By losing us 2 seconds.
Exactly. But we get it for free. Which, at this level, doesn't even really help. You want to see how much faster running is here? We used it for 2 seconds. The rest of this is kind of a... sort of an auto-scroller that's not an auto-scroller. It kind of is an auto-scroller. But it's a cool one, though. Like, just riding this curtain. I like how... like how... I just love the visuals of this game and just like how everything looks. It's so... it's awesome. It's just a feel-good game, you know? Like, it's just hard to be in a bad mood playing this game.
Oh yeah, definitely. With all the happy vibes.
I even got a flower.
Isn't that like the first one of the run?
No, I think I've collected one before. I think maybe in the first level. But I try to avoid them typically. Since there's no real risk of a bonus game, I don't think it really matters. And it's like you can kind of time what it is you're gonna get more in this version. Oh, I want to make sure I don't actually get enough like pieces of the okay, that's fine. I need to make sure that I don't get enough Yoshi pieces. Because otherwise we actually stitch back the Yoshi and rescue it, and like that's not what we're meant to do.
We're saving the frames, not the animals here. Not the Yoshis.
Alright. Yeah. It looks so satisfying. Oh, goodbye, friend. I'm sure he had a parachute. Oh, that was satisfying.
Oh, very good, very good.
But yeah, if we got all the Yoshi, the yarn Yoshi pieces, we would have had a cutscene here where, you know, they get stitched back together. So you can mess around and get some collectibles, but don't go too hard on it, because then you lose time. At least in this category, if you want to run 100%, you know what? That's also very, you know? Very welcome. It's gonna be a spooky level.
Ooh, spooky.
Yeah, here you can see how much faster the running badge really is. It is so much faster.
He's going.
Even though there's a lot of pits right now, we're not really using the pitfall badge, because if you have the pitfall badge, you can't also equip the speed badge. And well, you see how much faster we're going. But we will be using it later. No, make it. Okay. Yeah, I think soon it might be worth it to switch. There's one segment here where... Oh. You want to go up. Yeah, right here, because we need a key. There we go. Oh, will that drop? Okay, it will. Nice. Yeah, the No!
Uh-oh.
Oops. I think that is the first like major like screw up of the run though. So I mean that was, you know,
that was
given how long it's been. Can't be mad. Yeah, no. Accidentally.
Just want to give the people some more spoopy vibes here.
Yeah, exactly. You get me. Alright, yeah, so we need this key for like a later segment. I was gonna talk about like this level's main mechanic. That is like, you know, the fact that if... I also can eat the Shy Guys when they're like behind the curtains, where everything's dark behind the curtains here. Oh. We're fine. Okay, so I think here we want to switch to Pitfall. We're definitely getting this checkpoint.
This feels like a time for the Pitfall badge.
Uh-oh. I actually didn't know that was hearts, I just hoped. There you go. Now I could take one more damage boost if needed. Yeah. No, this is... The Pitfall badge is just super strong. Come on. There we go. And that's pretty much the end of the ghost house. Yeah, I really like this song. I don't know why I ate the yarn ball now that I think about it. Oh, yeah. So, from this point onward, really, we're just spamming. But if we have nothing else we want to equip, we're just always going to pick Speed Badge. Because it just makes us run that much faster. And it actually saves a lot of time over the entire run, being able to do this.
Also some familiar mechanics from previous games. The spinning balls.
Yes.
Spinning orbs.
Yeah, no, this really is just what Kirby's Epic Yarn was to Kirby, this game is to Yoshi. It tries to incorporate a lot of, like, vanilla Yoshi into, you know... Come on, get up there. Into, like, this woolly world, this woolly variant of it. I mean, I'd say that this... I mean, I like Kirby's Epic Yarn a lot. But I do feel like this one's a bit more faithful to Yoshi itself. Like, Epic Yarn really felt like its own thing. This does feel like another Yoshi game. Okay, gotta wait here. Taking the checkpoint just in case, if I fall here for whatever reason. Running on these is a bit awkward because of the fact they sent you places. Alright, and that's the end of that level. So, I take it have you ever played Yoshi's Woolly World? I don't think you have, right?
I'm not really too sure, so I don't think I have, no.
What is your impression of the game?
So far, it looks very, very fun, very cozy. And just like a lot of love has been poured into it from the developers. So I might need to dust off my 3DS actually to, get to play this game for myself.
Oh. That'd be awesome. This game also is on the Wii U. So you can really just... if you prefer the Wii U, you can go with that as well. I gotta be a bit careful and, well... Yeah, okay, so I gotta be careful in this level, because there's a lot of potential damage boosts to take. Is this hearts? Yeah, I need those. Ooh, I don't know how I didn't get hit, but I'll take it. This is quite a dangerous level, so I wanna be a little careful. Might need to grab some backup parts. We want to take a couple damage boosts. Coming up soon. This one we definitely want to take. Whatever way Yoshi is facing is the way you receive knockback. So that's very useful to know. I think that was hearts I could have also taken. So now one. I'm not going to risk it.
Putting it very close there, yeah.
I hate being on one here. Not a fan. We're just gonna take a little bit of time to grab that, just in case. Oh.
Yeah, not dying is always fast.
Yeah, speaking of not dying... There we go. A little stressful, it's okay.
Didn't get the memo.
Alright, here are some very colorful pipes. Which is meant to be a little bit of a maze, a simple maze, I guess. The correct solution is this. I mess it up like all the time. Alright, then we want to go in here. Yeah, if you're a big fan of pipes, this is your level. Like this. You're gonna have a field day with this one. I really like the like, if we're talking about, like, favorite pipes in Mario games, I really like the fact that they're, like, transparent in Super Mario 3D World. So you can see the characters, like, go through them. It's really cool.
Yeah, that was a cool stylistic choice. Seeing how the characters traverse the pipes.
Alright, here is a Piranha boss, which is very reminiscent of... I should have actually shown off. They actually kept the Easter egg from Yoshi's Island, where you can actually hit the boss before you before you enter the boss fight. And in the original, it would actually skip the entire boss fight. Here, they would just kind of like mention it, and then the boss fight would still start either way. Oh, also, I didn't mention this, but if you might have noticed, I switched to the melon badge because using the melon badge, we can get rid of we can just like shoot projectiles much more frequently, and you can use that to skip like parts of the boss quicker. So, for example, those vines that were on the ground, they're around as long as they're all on screen, but it resumes to the next segment the moment they're gone. So. Or some of those segments anyway. So, and also it makes quick work of, the boss itself as well, as a plus.
Yeah, this feels really quick.
Yeah, that boss is meant to be a little longer than that, but not for us, because we are speedrunners. So that is Volt 4 also already done. We're going fast.
We're making some great pace.
It's only been a little over an hour and a half. So... Alright, and as usual, speed badge.
Speed.
Now, I know it's the end of May and all, but, I don't know, this level really gets me in the Christmas holiday spirit. And it's probably the music. I think some of the ice themes are some of the best songs in the game. Oh, dang, sometimes you can get onto the snowball, like that, and then you don't have to flutter up.
Oh, we're not making a snowman out of that?
No. That would have been
That's too
great,
bad.
actually. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, okay. Can we jump over to Tap Tap? Even the Tap Taps are made out of, like, some kind of material adjacent to, yarn. You can't really tell too much, because, like, it's on the 3DS! The resolution's small, but, yeah. Everything's made out of, like, drafts. Alright, you can kind of hear it, but you don't see it. There's a giant snowball following us right now. If we're fast, we don't actually see it throughout the entire level. We are currently... Yep. Yeah, we didn't see the giant snowball at all. So we're just that fast. Yeah, the speed badge is just kind of crazy with how much faster it makes you go. There's levels where it saves like half a minute to like the Wii U strats if you don't have it. So this is really where the 3DS version starts to pick up speed.
Speed badge living up to its name.
It does make sense, doesn't it? This song, also really good. Oh yeah, these are frozen melons, and what they can do... They can do that. You can freeze enemies with it. So we'll be making use of that. In certain segments. Oh, okay. Was in the right spot. I like these wheels a lot. Yeah, I just love that this tiny little melon can just completely freeze like a giant, like, blarg. Which is like the giant monsters. The giant, like, water, like, lava monsters.
It's powerful melon seed, yeah.
There we go. Like, it just... it doesn't make much sense, but it's cool.
I get it. It's cool. 'Cause it's ice.
What can I say? I'm just a chill guy. Alright, that's the end of that level. Pretty quick one. I feel like we're going pretty fast. I don't have my splits, but... I'm going well. This level is a bit tricky. And where we'll be deviating from the speed badge a little bit, because it's mostly in the air. It's meant to be on a flying carpet for the most part, but as you just probably noticed, I picked the pitfall badge, so we're not gonna be... That was a really interesting interaction. I got hit, but still ate the button. Oh. Oh! I'm too low, I'm gonna have to use the button there. Yeah, so I'm still flittering a lot because I do want to, like, gain height. The pitfall badge doesn't always get you high enough for all things. So it does have, like, drawbacks to a degree. But you can still do stuff like this, so, I mean, it's still really good. It also does take a bit of time to switch badges inside of levels, so there might be segments where it might be worth switching to speed badge. Like, for example, that straight runaway, like, I don't know, I imagine it's not really worth it, but there might be segments here where that might be interesting to route in. I want to try bouncing. Yeah! It feels so satisfying when you get it. So you can just bounce on these guys for a bit. Which is faster than just bouncing out of the pits. Because I don't know if you can easily tell, but every time I bounce out of the pit, I slow down a little bit. For like a little bit, and that doesn't really happen if I can constantly bounce at enemies. So, minor time save, but it looks cool to bounce off of them. Alright. Next level, we're going right back to speed. You know, I've always really liked snow theming in video games. That name might also sound familiar again, because this is the last time we'll be dealing with the mole enemy.
What's his gimmick gonna be this time? Because last time he had a helmet. So I'm curious to see what he's come up with this time to defend against Yoshi.
You're gonna have to wait and see to the end of the level. But they did give him a new mechanic. Come on. This is fine. Oh, man. Okay, so you can bounce off of those penguins. And I wanted to do like a little cool jump there. I think I can do... Yeah, hold up. I can do one here. Yeah!
Oh, look at him go.
So sick. Gotta be a little careful here, because I can easily get crushed if I'm not careful. There's gonna be a bunch of these ice blocks. More Shy Guys with needles! Ooh. We're good.
You scare me there.
I just want to keep I want to keep you on your toes for this run, you know, it's
Well, I noticed. You did a good job of that.
Can't make it be too chill. No! Oh.
Oh, are you gonna... Oh.
Well, I wanted to bounce off of him, but I guess I'll keep him for this segment. I guess not. He wins. Okay. This segment's a bit awkward. What? How did I bonk on the ceiling there? There we go. Okay, that was awesome. Alright, here's the boss. What was gonna be this time? He has a helmet. But dang. Now, he tries to, I guess, like, hit us from below by bumping into these blocks that we're standing on. And also, his Monty Mole, like, minions will roll down, like, snowballs to get us. Oh. Dang. I'd say this is probably one of the easier, like, I think this is probably the easiest version of the mole fight. I'm gonna be real with you. Oh. Spoke too soon, giant snowball. Oh. That's... Okay, I thought he got me there. I'm gonna be real with you, but I guess not.
Yeah.
Got him. Oh, come on. A little light snowfall. Straight back to the speed badge, because again, it is just that good. It is definitely going to be our most used badge, because we just basically use it from now until the end of the game, really. I like this song a lot. Like, if if before you weren't in the Christmas mood, it's like, it's May, but really it's December in my heart right now. Like, in my head, I'm at a winter theme park right now.
Getting flashbacks to the winter Efteling that we went to.
Yeah.
Theme park.
That is also what I had in mind. Causing a light avalanche here, but it's fine. It's in the name of speed.
Giving me some really cozy fireplace vibes right now.
Oh yeah. Oh, come on. Oh, here's Snowman. I like how one of the heads there is replaced with a Chomp Rock. It feels good to have the speed badge again, because like at the beginning of the run, you kind of just miss it because you're so used to it when you've done late game, because you just move that much quicker. Yeah, it's one of the reasons I really like this version of the game. It's like the fact you can just afford every badge that you want. All right, this next level is very tricky and has a skip that I found, so I'm looking forward to this. We're gonna call help from Orphan. You know what? Red Yoshi. So this is the first level where we'll use an amiibo, and I found a skip that makes use of him. So this is meant to be a big cave, like maze type level. So here, we're gonna summon him. There he is. And what that will do is he will basically follow our footsteps. It'll be a little delayed, but otherwise, he's going to be following us. Now what we're going to do is we're going to stand right here. We're going to switch off the speed badge to the Poochy badge, because we're going to need Poochy for this as well. Poochie's going to jump up here. We're going to toss the Yarn Yoshi, which triggers a later segment of the level that you need, like, that spawns that particular, like, platform to spawn. Like, that, like, triggers that platform to spawn. Very complicated, intricate skip. But I found that one. That one's mine.
It's all in the name of speed.
So that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, so especially here you'll notice it. Oh, I didn't mean to turn him into an egg. But basically wherever the Yarn Yoshi is, it counts as like a Yoshi being there. So if there's like a trigger zone or like things spawning there, the Yarn Yoshi can also spawn those, can also hit those triggers. So like these like rope platforms, I guess you've been seeing, the amiibo can in fact also like, you know, trigger those if you spit them up into like higher areas, which is what makes that skip that I did with Poochy possible. It's really cool. So, is that the last we'll see of Poochy? I think that was the last we'll see of Poochy this run. Unfortunate.
Aww.
I miss him already.
He was such a good friend.
He was such a good boy. Alright. Here, we're gonna be... there's gonna be a bunch of pits here. Oh, wait, I need to hit that. Because I cannot make that jump otherwise. Oh. Yeah, and this is where we use Pitfall again. Oh, wait a minute. I lied. We got to see Poochy one more time, and it's in this level.
Oh.
It's kind of a silly reason. So, Pitfall doesn't bounce us high enough to skip this segment, but you know who will help us get enough height? That's right, Poochy.
Oh, what a good boy.
Right?
What a friend.
Yeah. Uh-oh. You know what? I think we want Pitfall here, and I think we want speed. Yeah, so that's safe. It would have just not been possible with how limited you are on currency in Wii U.
A good thing we're not playing on Wii U then.
I still think Wii U holds its own merits, but yeah. I am glad I got to show off this version of the game, because it just doesn't get shown off, like, ever. So, and it's an interesting version, interesting take on the game, I feel. Interesting port. Uh-oh. I'm just gonna switch to our good friend, the Pitfall badge. Alright, then here Pitfall is not that useful because we gotta stay on this platform that goes up. Because the camera is going with us, I think... Uh-oh. Never mind. I just wanted to show that the camera does in fact not go up, like, the Pitfall badge doesn't, like, stick, like, it doesn't toss you back up to the platform in case you were wondering. Just wanted to, you know... You can't do it. I'm gonna see if I can do a little tiny last skip here. Yeah, okay, and then we can go back to speed here and jump on these platforms and kind of skip that last segment a little bit. That was cool. I'm glad I got that bounce. Those upspit bounces are kind of tricky. Alright, as per usual, you know what batch we're taking. Sniffberg, the Unfeelings Castle.
It's an interesting name for a boss.
Oh!
Getting jump scared by his own game.
I forgot about that. And then I remembered. Very quickly. Yeah. You can definitely still very easily get crushed in this version of the game, so... I don't know where the next egg block is, and I kind of want to have 6 eggs. Or yarn balls. I keep calling them eggs, because functionally that's just what they are. Like from the Yoshi games. Okay, there's a couple more blocks here that I gotta be careful of. That could kill me. Like this one, yeah. Alright, here's the boss. And you know what? I think we're gonna ask help from one more friend.
Friend?
Friend? It's Blue Yoshi. So, I didn't know you could make 2 hits at the same time. I always like use the other Yoshi as like a projectile. So, having 2 Yoshis here is helpful because every time we want to like hit the boss, we gotta hit him with 3 eggs, and you can only have 6 total. However, our amiibo Yarn Yoshi friend is an infinite egg, so we effectively can use 9 eggs pretty easily if we count him for the hits that we gotta take, you know? So...
Well, that is very clever.
Oh yeah, if you have the double Yoshi, if you do a ground pound, you also get like this big shockwave, because they both ground pound at the same time. Which you could do in multiplayer. Oh. And we're making the last hit with the Yarn Yoshi itself. And he gets to join us for the victory dance. Let's go!
Oh, look at how happy they are.
Yeah. Alright, that was the end of World 5. We're on to the last world already.
Ooh, time flies.
Yeah, this run's been going by fast. Despite the fact it being kind of lengthy. Especially for my standards. Alright, now we're gonna go into the scariest level of the game. It is the lair of the smooch spiders.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Spooters.
So, these are the smooch spiders, and what they do, right, is when you get in their web, you are cursed to be smooched for eternity. A fate worse than, well...
Look at the shy guy getting smooched.
No! I don't even want to think about it. I will save him.
By killing him.
He's been saved. Nope, he's been saved. We're fine. Don't worry about it. Nah, there's another one! I knew that. Uh-oh.
Oh no!
As I said, they're very scary. I think that might have been like the, oh, well, that's fine. I can take that now. I think it might have been the second death we've had so far, which is really not bad. Saved.
He has a pitfall badge,
Saved.
guys, don't worry. He also has a pitfall.
We saved them. Like the heroes we are. That's fine. Alright, then here there's a big web. Wait. Nah. I'm kind of considering, like, would Pitfall potentially be... Like, I'm just thinking of strats on the fly here. Could Pitfall be faster there? I don't think so. Because you also have to switch to it, and then you don't have run until you... Because you also have to then switch back when you're on ground. Probably not. Like I'm saying, this version of the game still has a lot of potential. Oh, we get to try a batch for free. Let's go.
Ooh, how nice.
This is probably one of the more I'm not that I don't like this level. So the main gimmick for this is that there's these monsters on tracks that when you hit them, they become, yeah, they're right here. They become platforms. So currently, they can hit me until I, you know, hit them with an egg. My brain cannot comprehend these guys well. Oh, let's see if I can... I don't... yeah, that's high enough, okay. I think... I can just... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, dealing with those platforms is quite tricky. Oh, I thought I could make that. Okay. Thank you for the bullet. Yeah. Okay. I don't know how he didn't hit me. Alright, if I jump off of him, I can get an extended flitter, skip to this segment of the level sooner. And then there is these platforms. You know, I was saying that I was really bad at this, but like, it's going pretty well. Oh, I think that one's too high.
Oh, you saved it. Oh,
that's fine.
Oh, we're getting there.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Okay, that went pretty well.
Yeah.
Thank you. Typically, I don't. Typically, this is just the level where I just fumble. But that really wasn't too bad. All right, this next level has a really big skip that's kind of difficult right at the start of the level. So we're gonna take the melon badge for this. So basically, the idea for this level is, yet again it's a cave, yet again it has a door we can only access later by doing something later into the level. That's right at the beginning. There's a cloud to the right of us that spawns a... Oh... I fell too far already. So there's a cloud that will spawn a platform for, that's supposed to be for like under the door. But there's a tiny sliver of space here that the platform goes through. I'm too low. And we can actually barely fit a melon seed in there to spawn it.
That's very tight.
Yes!
Oh, there we go. Nice.
I gotta finish my flutter because I don't think I'm... Yeah, okay. There we go. Sick. And that skips like most of this level. And then we can switch right back to speed for this segment. Oh, there is rising lava right now. So this is kind of like a lava level. Lava cave. There we go. There we go. That was a really big skip. Arguably one of the biggest skips that we can still do in this version. Alright. Right back to speed. What a surprise. Also, this will be the last boss refight as well. Or like the last repeat of a boss. It's not really a repeat of a boss fight because the boss fight itself is different. But it's the same character we're dealing with as we have before. Oh, I need an egg. Oh yeah, they introduced these red bullet bills here, which they are homing. So you can kind of like guide them. So here, this segment, we're gonna have to try to go up and try to... I could have probably stayed on a balloon, and that would have been just as fast, but that was cooler. So we're trying to...
next time.
Exactly. Let's see if we can... Man, I wanted to avoid the shells, but we're fine. We kept enough height. Alright, let's see if... No. Can't go over them. That's okay, though. Yeah, here they added some walls to slow you down to, for the bullet bills to catch up to you, but we're too fast for him. Here, you like the movement you can do in here when it all comes together. There we go. This is another vertical segment. So you kind of want to constantly be jumping on these balloons, because if you stand on them, they slow down. Oh, I'm not going to be able to... Oh, never mind, I got back on the red balloon. There we go. And that's pretty much the end of the level.
Ooh.
So this boss fight, genuinely tricky, because the new idea for this boss is that they have a cannon on their back, and you gotta shoot it. Oh my god, what?
Oh, that's unfair.
Yeah, so right now it would have been a free hit if I still had, like, yarn balls. So this version of the Koopa boss fight is genuinely pretty hard. There we go. We gotta do that 3 times. There are a couple more attacks we haven't seen. Yeah, we gotta hit the cannon on the Koopa's back. Oh yes, I sniped it. Okay, that's pretty
Ooh.
tricky.
Nice.
Oh. What?
Wait, what? That's,
Why can't I hit him?
What? What? That's weird. Did you just break the game? He doesn't even have a hitbox anymore. Like you walk
What
through
is
him.
happening? Don't tell me I have
No
to
way.
restart the level.
I think so. There's also no way to die, right? So you get checkpoint.
No. What?
That's unlucky, man.
Can I not go through the gap? Please?
Jeez.
Can I... What do I do?
I think you gotta reset at this point.
I've got to see if this somehow does anything. Nope, yep. Okay. What is that, dude? Okay. So I didn't want to say it, but that was really good pace.
Yep.
Until that point. I've never seen that before.
So that's the classic. That's never happened before.
Exactly. What the hell?
So now it's the real speed run.
Yeah, what? Why did that happen? That's insane.
I mean, maybe the early snipe was the problem.
No, you're supposed to be able to do that. I think it must have been the I don't know. I don't know what happened. You're supposed to be able to do that.
That's still really weird.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I hope you like this level, because we're doing it again. Strange. Oh, that was close. I'm gonna see if I can, this time, I can do a little... Oh, never mind. I spat it out the wrong way. So you can, I think, get over this wall right before it gets to the end. Which saves like a second, but it's a cool second, so you know. That is so strange. You know, maybe just in case it was the early snipe and maybe it doesn't work in this version. I don't know, because I am kind of bad at it, so there's a chance I have never done it before and just never noticed that happening. So I think maybe I just won't even try it this time, just in case. Oh, come on. That is weird. Alright, I think we're already back, like, where we were, right? Yeah. Alright, back at the boss. I've never had that happen before.
That's such an unlucky thing to have happen.
Yeah. Maybe it's the fact that there was only, like... Maybe he was stuck in, like, the one block gap, because there was one block here that was just a gap. Maybe he just got stuck in that. Like this gap.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
That could
try.
be.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. I think he just got stuck in there.
Better to keep it safe, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's what happened, because you're supposed to be able to hit him early. You know, it wouldn't be a real marathon run without some shenanigans.
Oh. Not those kind of shenanigans.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, no, this is a tricky boss fight either way, but... Wow. Oh, I was turned the wrong way. I was gonna try it. Yes!
Ooh, yeah.
Alright, I was able to hit him. Cool. So weird, dude. That's so weird. And unlucky. Oh well. You know what? You guys get more Yoshi this way, so it's fine.
More Yoshi's always good.
I agree with that sentiment entirely. Alright, yeah, what even am I, like, wondering about? But of course we're taking speed. Like, it's just, you know... It's just such a good Yoshi, the terror of all boos.
That's very ominous.
Right, you know what? We haven't used this one yet. It's just the same one, it's green. Kind of double Yoshi fun. Okay. Can we hit him? Yeah, okay, so I haven't really figured out exactly what it is, but whenever you have amiibo in this level, the boos kind of freak out if they're an egg.
That's so weird, though. Nice double bounce.
So I think... So you're not supposed to be able to shoot boos and have them turn into stuff when you're facing them. But if you're facing left and you have the Yarn Yoshi amiibo, like, as an egg, then you can hit them. And they get scared of you, and it's strange. I don't understand. But, you know.
It works.
We can use it to our advantage.
All in the name of speed.
Okay, we need this big boo as a platform. We also need this key. Yeah, so we need him to get freed here.
He just wants to hug you.
There we go, yeah, we're not supposed to be able to do that. So yeah, amiibo are kind of broken in this game. Okay, my brain is broken when it comes to this segment. Come on, okay. Dude, oh, I wasn't facing the other way. So these platforms will only spawn if you're facing the other way. Dude. Okay. No, I need that platform. There we go. Yeah, so I think I cannot... Oh, wait, he's... I'm so confused.
Wait, what?
Like...
That's so weird.
Okay, so I think if I turn him into an egg and then do this... Yup, that works. I don't understand. It's so strange. Okay. And we're gonna have that guy come over here. Wait, why is that top one not afraid of us? Dude?
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Yes! Okay, I want to take the
we
damage boost. Okay, there we go. This is a really, really awkward level because of, like, the amiibo shenanigans. But it does help a lot as well to do some skips and, you know, even save some time. Alright. So I think we were on really good pace until that whole, like... until I got soft-locked. That's so unfortunate. Feel fuzzy, get clingy. That seems like a nod to another level.
Ooh.
At least in its name. It in mechanics, no, not really. So... There's, I guess Velcro, right? Yeah, these Velcro conveyor belts, which... Super creative idea, by the way. Yeah, you can hang on to these and climb it and...
But they even make the really Velcro-y sound. What a detail.
Yeah, no, this game is crazy. With its details and, you know... I'm scared of him. Traversing the Velcro is a bit tricky, however. I'm trying to do these little flips whenever I'm going up or down. That, especially when I'm going up, that, like, saves some time. Oh, I'm not supposed to get on that one, actually. I was supposed to jump onto that one. There. Oh! We're good. I like the flipping animation.
All the acrobatics Yoshi's doing.
I don't know, I didn't get hit, but I'll take it.
That works.
And just to be safe, I'm taking the checkpoints. Aw, man. We'll just do it like that then. It'd be that way. I know this is a really tricky level because it's really easy to just I feel like controlling yourself on these, like, Velcro conveyor belts is really tricky. Because depending on, like, what way you're facing also kind of depends, like, it kind of changes your controls. It's just very different than how you control yourself for the rest of the game as well. Oh, right.
You were going so fast.
Finally. Fast Velcro. Alright, from this point onward, the run gets kind of serious. Because we're on to the next two last levels. These
Ooh,
next two levels are the final ones. We're almost there. Almost there. Our journey almost coming to an end, unfortunately.
Aww.
And this really is Kamek's last-ditch flyby. That's the level is called? Yeah. So the music gets a lot more serious, and Kamek is gonna try and stop us. A lot of fast platforming here. Oh. You can actually still bounce on Kamek for an extra bounce. No. That was satisfying. Yeah, no, this level in general is just really satisfying because it's just a lot of fast movement.
All these cycles really line up.
Oh, speaking of cycles lining up, that one didn't, but it's okay. What?
Oh.
There we go.
There we go.
Not a problem. I like the moon in the background.
Keeping us entertained all the way through.
Oh, I wanted to bounce on him. Of course, the last one gets me. Classic. Alright. It's final level time. Bowser's Castle. And we have one more skip up our sleeves. One more. And it is... Well, let's just say... I think it is really funny that the acronym for this game, Poochy and Yoshi's Woolly World, would be PWW. Because we'll be using all three Yarn Yoshi amiibos for this one. For which you pay for, which is why I think the acronym's funny. So, we'll be using all three of them here. For reasons I'll get into very, very soon.
Ooh, exciting.
It is incredibly important that I eat this guy and keep his egg. Oh. Wait, no. I wanted... Okay, I need... There we go. And keep... It's really important I keep a white yarn ball with me for this segment. Oh, I wanted to beat him. I am very low health. I'm good though.
Saved it.
Alright, so this castle, you're meant to go all around and get all of these different colored yarn balls to unlock the final level. But as you noticed, these colors look familiar, don't they?
Oh, it's very clever.
So you can use the amiibo to activate these statues because, well, these aren't the default colors, by the way. I had to load these onto the amiibo themselves. But yeah, you could just, you know, if you're using an amiibo, whatever color, like primary color the yarn Yoshi is also determines like the color of the yarn balls, which is what unlocks this final room early.
So this is just pay to win.
Yep. Which is why the acronym PAYWW is very fitting for this game. Now, I have to be very careful. I am on one heart. So, this last little auto-scroller, by the way, I love this song. Love the synth.
With some classic Kamek shenanigans.
Yup. Typically, you try to despawn Kamek, but I am afraid of him. So I will be sending my Yarn Yoshi minion. I missed. I love this song. Like, this could easily play in one of those, like, world record history videos. You know? Oh,
It has a good vibe to it.
It was aiming for the amiibo!
Wait, what?
It was aiming for the amiibo, not for me. Yeah, because it's considered a Yoshi as well.
We keep on learning stuff, even in the last level.
Alright. And this is the final boss already. Baby Bowser. Oh, come on. That's ground pound sound effect is so loud. Because of the fact I have two Yoshis. We really have been on a journey together, haven't we, Blaster?
Yeah, we have. I'm almost sad it's almost over. I'm gonna miss the woolly world we've been traversing.
If you... That untangles him? I accidentally ground pounded, did it like a double ground pound with the the double Yoshi. And like, that untangled him. I didn't know that would happen.
We're still learning.
We're still learning. Yeah, me too, man. This game is a vibe. Big baby Bowser. Alright, and that's the end of phase 1. Oh, wait a minute.
Of course, it wouldn't be a Nintendo boss fight without a second phase.
So just like in the original, he is now gonna be massive. So the idea here is, as opposed to like, so this is clearly like kind of like based on like the concept of the original like Baby Bowser final boss fight in Yoshi's Island, but in this one you kind of like circle around him instead, and you got to hit these big floating yarn pieces. And because we're using the amiibo, we get to we toss two pieces, two like yarn balls at once. So after we get about half of them, he's not impressed with us. He gets mad, throws some more stuff, destroys more of the level, making it a lot more dangerous. Time will be whenever I defeat him. Whenever I make the last hits. Oh, come on. I need more eggs. There we go. And time!
Ooh, GG's.
All right. So I got a 2:23:38, maybe a 37. I don't know. So
That's a good time.
I beat my PB by a minute.
Nice.
This is my new
That
PB.
means it's a world record then.
That does
as
mean
well.
it's a world record. And you want to know a
Ooh.
crazier fact? If that's soft lock, by the way, we saved all the Yoshis that we didn't save throughout the run. So it was fine to skip them. They're back now. We knitted them back together anyway. If I didn't get soft locked in that one fight, that probably costed me like 3 or 4 minutes. I would have beaten the Wii U world record and made this the fastest like version of the category. So this was a really good run.
Yeah. What a ride.
What a ride. Yeah, thank you for being along for the ride.
Oh yeah, it was my pleasure. I had fun.
Yeah, did you do your taskbot runs yesterday or are they happening today? I don't remember. My mind's a bit iffy from how busy we've been at UKSG.
We're overnight, so days are an illusion, just like time. But the taskbar runs are on Saturday evening, I believe.
Oh, I think this is Sunday. I think today is Sunday. So,
yeah.
I think it's already happened. But that run was really cool, by the way. I really liked seeing you. Yeah, you did a really good job on commentary as well, and I really enjoyed watching your taskbot run. So I'm glad.
My nephew performed very good as well, just like we come to expect of him.
Yeah.
So thank you for having me on on commentary.
Yeah, thank you for vibing. I want to thank UKSG for accepting this run. This is the first time anyone's really showed this version of the game at a marathon, as far as I know. It's certainly the only time that this category has been shown. As you can see, it's great fun. It's cozy. It's not that hard to pick up. I think the only intimidating part, probably the run length, if you're not a big fan of longer runs. But it's great fun. Please come join me on the leaderboards. It is lonely. Yeah. Yeah, there's some stop motion stuff we didn't see. I guess I can quickly show off the Yoshi Theater, and then we can call it here because I'm that far in the rest of it. Because the estimate was 2:30, 2:23, you know. So, what I did to get the beats that I used to get all the badges that I want, right? How did I possibly get so many before the run started? So let's just thanks for playing.
Oh, that's a cool image. Very fun.
I love it. So how you go about doing that, right? Well, first off, you make a new save file. So let's just, there's a bunch of stuff that unlocks now. That's cool. There's a Yoshi hut where you can make your own custom Yoshis as well. There's a new boss tent where you can refight all the bosses in case you wanted to fight the Koopa and Mole boss even more. Yeah, but basically what you do with a fresh save file to get as much money as you want, instead of clicking start game, go to Yoshi Theater. You've got these questions. You only get this first one unlocked at first, right? So what it is you get Sita's stop motion video. They're super cool. I wish I could show all of them off. They're incredible.
Oh my god, look at his tail wagging. Oh, that's so cute.
Right?
Oh. I love this.
And the sounds as well.
Poochy doesn't want to fetch, does he? This is so good.
Right,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh man.
So you watch this cutscene a lot, and you get random questions about the stop motion, the great stop motion video we just watched. Yoshi's hand, and what do we get? We get 100 beats, actually 500 beats, saved to our save file. Now you want to know how long it takes to get this many beats?
A long time.
Yeah, so I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to hope you get. I want to, have a good rest of the event. There's a lot of cool events coming up, so don't go anywhere. Thank you for having us. More UKSG coming up soon. Thank you.